Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Francis the Hedgehog Reacts. Welcome back to Be My Servant, Part 5, made by Gia the Dark Angel. Last time, we learned that Gia has just become a slave to Infinite, and boy, it's gonna get nasty. But before we get started, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you guys subscribe to Gia the Dark Angel. He makes really fantastic content. Alright, let's get into Be My Servant, Part 5. The next day. The next day, you are ordered to do various chores by Infinite. It seems that his plans to have you working as a servant forever now. You are now a slave and will do everything he tells you to do forever. Oh, here's the music. Oh, that's good. Starts cleaning. This is stupid as I ended up scrubbing the floors. Your mind quickly fills with anger and resentment. You'd have never had to do these kinds of manual tasks before. And you didn't expect that the job of being infinite slave would do anything like this. You're now forced to do the worst and most menial labor, all under the instruction of your new master, who stands behind you looking on with, let's see what the next words are, looking on with sadistic glee. Of course. This music is hard. Good choice. What? I'm cleaning, am I? Just for you, master. And continues scrubbing the floor. Infinite continues to stand behind you with all sadistic glee. He enjoys this. All of your anger and frustration only brings him greater and greater joy. He's just doing this to torment you further. Even now, he sees you as nothing more than a... I'm gonna say the next words are puppet. Considering that the words are puppet. He sees you more than a useless plaything. A puppet who will do anything for him, and soon your fate will be much worse indeed. 12 hours later, as I finish cleaning, as I go to my bedroom upstairs and looks out to the moonlight sky at my window, calming my heart. I have a bad feeling Gia's in trouble. Worse than this. There's no way. You are left to yourself, as it has been a long and exhausting day. Even still, you remember that you are in Infinite's control. And now, you have become nothing more than a servant, a slave. For now, he is happy. But his plans for you are even worse indeed. Oh boy. This story is getting nuts. Touches my window as I gaze onto the stars. Try my best not to cry. You are alone in your bedroom. Nothing but the moonlight hitting the window and the bed to keep you at bay. Nothing else in the world, nothing other than you and Infinite. You now know that Infinite truly plans to use you as nothing more than a mindless servant, a plaything, something he can control. You now have been reduced to nothing more than his slave, to his will, his desires, his thoughts, his feelings. It is now just you, alone in a prison with your new master, for all eternity, or until he decides to use of you for higher purposes. And that truly terrifies you. Oh boy, he is in trouble. All that, he is in trouble. No cap. Falls on my knees crying. Your tears fall on the floor. You are now stuck in a place where the only source of comfort you have is your ability to cry. And your master, who who is the only source of your sorrow, doesn't even care that you are crying. He just sees you not as nothing more than his property, his plaything, and you feel nothing but pain and horror and terror. And you know that you have just become the property of a madman and you have no means of escaping. He is in terrible danger now. If I were to guess, I'm just giving this a guess, guys. Infinite, there is no way Infinite will let Gia escape. No way. Not after what he's been doing. 5 months later. 5 months as a slave. Under Infinite's orders, you are now nothing more than his property, his puppet. Your life is nothing more than obedience, work, and servitude. First time I ever heard that word. You are now nothing more than a mere tool for Infinite's desires, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the first time I heard the word servitude. Wakes up and tries to take a bath, then he gets dressed for the day. As I look out the window, that snow has fallen. You dress accordingly for the cold weather. You then go down to the kitchen, where you're met by Infinite, who orders you to do the dishes. Well, I expected that. You are to do the dishes. I expect them to be finished as quickly as possible, or you elves will be punished. Yes, master. As I take off my coat and starts the water and does the dishes. Infinite stands behind as the slave watches the dishes with his Jia. As you work, he is watching you carefully. He is constantly studying you, looking for any weaknesses he can exploit. He wants to bend you to his will in eternity, make you a mindless drone, and if you fail to obey, you will be punished. Dude, no cap. Gia needs to get out of there fast. Gets nervous as he watches me do the dishes. Then my heart beats fast in fear, though I'm trying to control it. Infinite notices your fear, and it brings him joy. He knows that you fear him. He wants you to fear him, because fear makes you obedient. It makes you obey his orders. It makes you his slave. He can see you shaking as you wash the dishes, and he smiles sadistically. Dia needs to run. Finishes doing the dishes as I dry them and put them away, and puts on my coat, trying my best for the heart not to race. Infinite orders you to go to your room and stay there. You do as he says. You now have to wait to get his orders. You are nothing but a tool to be used. You have no means of escape from this fate. All you can do is hope that eventually lets you go and has mercy on you. But deep down, you know that is nothing but a fantasy, because Infinite has no mercy. He is now the controller of your life, and he has no qualms about using that power to make you feel nothing but torment. Qualms? That's the first time I heard that word too. This music hits hard. You can tell with the music choice, guys, that Gia puts really good music for this situation. So good job. Walks to my room and shuts it as I sit at my desk and draws in my sketchbooks that Infinite gave me and thinks. By the way, Jay is a good artist. Walks to my room and shuts it as I sit, thinks to myself, has a flashback of him bringing a box full art supplies and leaves it on my door. And I cried that day he took me in a flashback. Holds my sketchbook to my heart. He loves to draw. You sit at your desk in this very room that Infinite has generously allowed you to stay in. You sit working on your art. You are now nothing but an artist that is forced to obey the orders of a ruthless and merciless monster. You are now nothing but his slave. Your old life is nothing but a distant memory. The only thing you can do is hope that one day Infinite will let you go. But deep down you know there is no way out of this. He owns you, you belong to him. Guys, now that I'm reading this, I want to do a chat AI thing. No cap. Starts drawing some drawings and hangs them on my wall as I go to my bed and lays down as my heart calms down slowly. You lay in your bed, your very own bed that Infinite has kindly given you to sleep in. You are now under his complete and total control, and now you rest. Rest while you still have the chance. Rest as Infinite waits, waiting until he decides it's time for you to serve him. Sleeps peacefully. You sleep an hour or two before you're suddenly woken up by the sound of your door being flung open. You look up to see that Infinite has come into your room. You see the red, sadistic glow of his eyes. You are now in the hands of a man who has an insatiable hunger for ultimate power. And now he wants you to show him your drawings. He wants to do what he says, or else you'll be punished. Oh my goodness, that is rough for Gia.
You will never escape from me, Gia.
That is rough for Gia right now. Gia's comfort is her art. And actually, IRL, she's a very good artist. So, to bring that into the story is pretty neat. I love that idea. But the question is, what is Infinite about to do to her on this new day? Find out next time in part 6 of Be My Servant. Hit that like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Make sure you guys visit my friend Dia the Dark Angel. He deserves all the support for this story. And I cannot wait for more. This is Francis the Hedgehog saying, don't forget to live life to the fullest and enjoy. Now part